the Minister give us that whānau ora report. Thank you.
Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's with a bit of a heavy heart that I rise in this House again to talk about the issue of violence against women and children in our country. But this is a conversation we are having as a country at the moment, and I believe it's an important conversation to keep having in this House. 1 in 3 women in this country are likely to experience violence from the person that is supposed to love them. That we know there are 121,000 family violence call-outs in the last year to the police, and that's 1 every 4 minutes. That between 2009 and 2015, 92 women and 56 children were murdered in this country, and that those involving partners, 98% of those women, there was a recorded history of abuse by a male partner. We knew that they were being hurt and we failed them. And the deaths of children, where a man was convicted, in 77% of those cases there was also a history of that man abusing his female partner. And we didn't intervene, and we failed those children. Every single person in this country has a born right to live free from fear and violence. But we have to face up to the fact that that is just not a reality for too many of our women and children in this country. And some men as well, but it is mostly our women and children. And we have to do better by them, and it's going to take all of us in this House and in our communities to make that difference. Every year there's a campaign of 16 days of action to end violence against women between November and December. And this year, in this country that in some ways is a village, 2 women were murdered just during those 16 days. And we don't know how many other women died without being directly murdered. I am proud to be in this government, to have the position in this government to focus our efforts on ending this violence, for restoring our faith in each other and our ability to do something about this. And that I am proud that within our first year in government, this government has created that position and has increased funding for frontline services by 30% to ensure, through New Zealand First and Labour's coalition agreement, to make sure that those services are able to respond. We've passed 3 pieces of legislation, world-leading domestic violence victims protection bill and workplace protections, that other countries are now coming to us to asking us for advice of how they might do it. Protection against forced marriage of children that was initiated by the National Party and supported unanimously by this House, and a transformational change to our family violence legislation involving a new offences that have already come into force, including strangulation, which already from the 3rd of December we've had 26 charges on that one offence. We are making a difference, 26 already. This is happening, and this is us responding and engaging. And we have set up a family court rewrite to actually make sure that that system is working to protect and is working to ensure the support and the safety of our women and children. And we've set up a whole of government response, a new way of working in government that for the first time ever will have the government held accountable by the opposition for our actions on family and sexual violence, which has never happened. We are committed to turning this around and look forward to the help of other New Zealanders.
Simeon Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to take a call in this